Hi everyone, I'm Edith Wolek. I have beautiful soul, Elif Kose, who is a confidence coach, and she has a wealth of knowledge about business, confidence, fashion, everything that you need to start your own business or thrive in your business. So hello, Elif.
Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your generosity for giving us the time and sharing your knowledge with everyone here.
I'll do my best.
I just shared with Elif that I was writing a couple of questions and another idea came to my mind. I said, oh, I need to ask Elif one more thing, because I know that she knows so much about business, about coaching, about everything that is needed to start and thrive in business. So let's go for it. Elif, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business, and what does your brand stand for?
Okay, I am a fashion designer and a business coach, confidence coach, and I have started my coaching business seriously, not just as a side hustle, only less than 6 months ago, and it has been going so well. But as a person with entrepreneurial mind, I can't but notice opportunities and the gaps in the markets, and I always try to fill it myself, and I do it. And that's what I have been doing in the last 2 years. Because of the pandemic, my fashion boutique in Brighton had to be closed on and off, and which has affected my my financial stability. That's what made me decide to start my coaching business, because I managed to make it even better than it was before pandemic. So I thought, okay, I can't be selfish and keep that all information to myself. So I decided to set up my coaching business to actually help women out there who want to set up their businesses, but mainly the ones who have already got businesses, but they can't seem to take their business to the next level, or at least bring their business to a level that they can have a residual income, that they don't have to overwork to have that stability in their life. Because I know what it feels like to be financially free as women, especially throughout the lockdown. There are so many statistics I don't know in my top of my head, but there are a lot of women who have lost their jobs, who, because of that emotional trap that we end up going into by not having that income that we used to, is actually harder living with partners, and who not everyone has got partner who are as supportive, as understanding as some of us. So I just felt no woman deserves to go through that emotion, and I'm here. This is why I call myself confidence coach, because I want to give them confidence to say you have to have the courage in yourself, to believe in yourself that you can do it. So I would ask them, let's put it in 1 to 10. 1 being I don't have any confidence, 10 being I am full of confidence. Where are you at? So if you say to me 3, that means, oh, you got to the 3 somehow. So why can't you get to the 10?
Yeah,
So that's
what
my
is
question.
between 3 and 10?
So what is it they're missing in between 3 and 10? So I would ask you, what do you feel? So what is it to you to feel confident? So then that's where we get out your fears out. And then I you will see it. I will just be the person who will help you see those, to have the confidence into what can be changed in your life positively. When you think about it, our brains is designed to have 50,000 thoughts a day. 50,000 a day. Some are consciously, some are unconsciously, but we are thinking 50,000 thoughts a day, and 20% of it only positive.
Yeah.
If we reverse that and make 80% positive and 20% negative, can you imagine the impact you would have in your own life? I don't care about others. I do, you know what I mean? But if I have that 80% positive mindset in my life that reflects to me, and imagine being positive 80% of the time and only noticing the 20% of negativity, how much effect the confidence that you'll receive from that mindset. You will take the coal, you will write the book, you will set up the business that you're afraid of. What could go wrong? I mean, you're not going to be the first person to go out of business. You're not going to be the first person to get divorced. You're not going to be the first person to write a bad book, but you're going to do it. It's all about doing and becoming rather than just being. I think that's what my vision for my brand is, my mission for my brand, and I want to help women. I've got no issue with men. I'm married to one, but I think men have got it so easy in terms of having everything laid out for them. An entrepreneurial life has been designed around how man would run it, not women.
No.
I mean, let me tell you my morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. I'm a mum to a 3.5-year-old now, and he was on my head. If the mums are there, they would know exactly what it feels like. And I could sleep another 10 hours.
Yeah.
And he went to bed at 8 o'clock. And yes, I could go to bed at 8 o'clock, but I couldn't. I had washing to pull out the washing machine and put the ones who dried. And then I wanted to have that 2 hours of doing nothing but just looking at my magazines, my social media. And then I didn't go to bed till 11 because I had so much I had to do for me, and then to catch up that sleep and wake up at 6, drop him, get him ready for breakfast, drop him at his nursery, run back to here. It's just like I haven't stopped. But the boy wants me, not his daddy. My husband is the most helpful man you can ever wish for as a parent, like a parent partner. But he won't ask for daddy, ask for me. Mummy, 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 mummy. It's because they are till age 7, kids are attached to their mums.
Yeah.
So I'm having to be an entrepreneur. So this is why I'm only helping women to feel stronger, more confident, and how to plan their days so they don't feel overwhelmed with everything, and don't do the mistakes that I made of trying to run so many different businesses at the same time and be a mom and a wife and a daughter and a friend, and have that success race. So I just help them to find that confidence in themselves to say they are enough. You are enough. We are enough in every way. We're so beautifully equipped. We don't need anyone's acknowledgement. We don't need anyone's approval to say that we are good. I know I am good.
Yeah.
And if you tell me that, I will just say thank you. I'm so grateful that you've noticed that.
Yeah, it's so true. And until we notice, until we start believing in ourselves, we won't know that we are enough.
Exactly.
But we are, and that's marvelous. So that leads me to another question. As a business owner of multiple businesses as yourself, who do you get to be, and how do you show up for your employees?
Okay, you have to be confident enough to say, I don't know, to even to your employees. You don't have to know as a leader that you have to know everything in your business. The reason you hire people to do things for you is because you need help, clearly. And those who are growing are the ones who accept that we're not good at everything. But that doesn't mean that you're not good enough. A good leader, a real leader, would sit down with their employees and tell them their vision and their mission so clearly, so they can think and feel and be like them, so they can take on the role if they have to. So you don't have to be always present. So when I am working with my team, and I'm not a perfectionist. I used to be. That's why I never got anything done. I never got anything done because they weren't perfect, and the perfect does not exist. Perfect people are usually broke. You know,
Perfectly broke.
perfectly broke, because I've noticed I was trying, and not always what you know is the right way. I mean, the world has been going for millions of years. You're not the first person to make a mistake, and allow yourself to make a mistake. And I'm so open with my team. I mean, last night I had a call with my web developer, and I said to her, I don't even know what that means. And she just asked me, do you need these? It was just something to do with the GDPR and all that. And I asked her, I don't actually know what that means. Could you explain it to me like you would to a child? Because that's how bad I am when it comes to technology. And I didn't feel like I was not being, because I'm the leader and the boss of the company. It's okay not to know. This is why I've got a web developer to help me. I've got a coder to help me, because I can't know everything. That's the one mistake that a lot of self-employed new startups think, that they need to know everything. And I've spent my first 5 years in business to be everything for my business, from bookkeeper, accountant, web developer, photographer, marketer. I'm not good at marketing. I'm a fashion designer. I am a planner. I'm a strategist. I can get the strategy in place, and I can hire the right. If you work with right people, your business will get to the next level before you know it. And always work with people who can see you, like, beyond the possibilities that you are even aware of yourself. And that was the one thing I've noticed. I have got a couple of mentors who sees me beyond my abilities. They can see what I can do, and that confidence that gives me. So surrounding yourself with people who believe in you at the times that you forget how much you've achieved, they remind you. And it's okay to feel down. It's okay to switch off. To be honest, like you say, I've got multiple businesses. I actually sold one of them, and the second one is on management on a trial period at the moment. So hopefully by the end of the year, we will know where we are with it, and that will be on management. So I won't actually have to do anything with it. But I felt so overwhelmed. I had to take a whole month off to get my health back, my emotions back. I felt so overwhelmed with these race of trying to be this imaginative superhero. We're not superheroes. I forget my appointments, even though I have a great schedule. I mean, I won't now because it's under my computer. I've got my diary scheduled ready for the next, but I always leave sections for opportunities. And I would say have a plan, but be ready to take other things. Just give yourself enough leverage so you can take other opportunities, because you don't know where they will lead you to. You know, it's very fine line. It's very fine line.
That's a wonderful, wonderful golden nugget for our audience. I know, because we've talked a lot about your business, how you started and how you're managing your businesses. Can you, and I know you've grown your,
Sorry.
no,
Sorry.
not a problem. You've grown your own business organically. And I know that's the coaching you provide for your customers. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so I started my business in sewing as an alteration girl on a mobile bike. So what I mean by growing your business organically is you don't have to, there is a way of starting up businesses on the book, but there's also a reality of living a life. You have, if you own a house, you have got a mortgage. If you're living with people, you have rent. There is always these monthly essentials outgoing, unless you have got some financial support from family or a partner or government, which is okay. You can't just do everything that book says. You've got to do it in your own pace. You've got to do it with your own knowledge and your skill set. So when I started my business, not only I wasn't as sharp in the language in English, I didn't even know the way of running a business. And first, I had to feel grounded. That was my biggest challenge, that I always felt like the other girl that lived in England. I always had that. So, first of all, I had to feel like I belonged to here. I mean, a lot of us live in different countries, different cities, and we don't have that social support. Don't ever underestimate friends and family support around you. It is so valuable. I didn't have any of that. So first notice your strengths and weaknesses. And my weakness was being part of a network. So I started networking. First, I hang out with people who were in business. I just watched them, how they did it, how they spoke, how they wrote emails. I had to learn all these. I didn't know. I'll be honest, I'm Turkish. I didn't know how to write a proper compelling email to somebody to explain what I do and how I can help them, let alone how to they didn't know how I would do things, which was my mistake. People don't really care how I'm going to do it. They just want to know how I can help them, as in what I can do for them to make a difference in their life. And first I did networkings. I become member of all the networking groups that I could think of that was near me. And I grounded myself like almost like a tree here. So start your community as a business nearby you, so you can build that trust. So the networking was one of my growth techniques that is in my organic growth method that I teach. You've got to network, but you have to network intentionally. Don't just network with people. You have to network with people where you can do business with, and they can do business with you. So you can um, refer each other. It might come a bit strange to you, but I work with a lot of hairdressers. I work with a lot of makeup artists, photographers, because they always have women. They work with women. They photograph women. They do their makeup. They do their hair, and they will talk about me. They talk about my business, and they'll refer me. And I've only just recently started the affiliate programs with people, but I didn't know back then, but I used to organize events, but intentional events that would bring my target market into room. So I organized so many fashion related ladies nights, frock swap shopping, and vintage stage shows to vintage top table events. So it was all intentional, because their market was my market and my market was there. So we were all winning. So everyone made benefits. So the beneficial networking for both parties is always going to take you to the next level. But don't ever stop. Consistency on doing and expanding your circle is always going to help your business. And I have done it. And what happened is, when the lockdown hit, I continued doing that online, which has made me realize there's more to my brand. And now I have stockists in United States. I've just got another order this morning to Alabama. So I would never reach out that far if it wasn't for COVID. So I never focus on problems. So I will focus on my 80% of my brain, the positivity, because there is always problems. There's always problems. That, I've never met anyone who's never had a problem in their life. Have you?
But no, not at all. But when you look for problems, you find more problems. If you look for solutions, you find the solutions that you need.
Yeah, I mean, I always say the problems are inevitable. Downfalls are inevitable. We're all going to go through problems. We're going to fall out with family, get divorced, have health issues. Hopefully it's recoverable health issues. We'll have problems with our work. The business will go down. But if you choose to be in misery, that's your problem. Don't focus on solutions. That's what I've always done.
We want to be problem solvers.
Yeah, because it's just so easy. It's just so easy to get into that problem because it's already happened. So if you think of what I can do from this, so that's what I did. Okay, my business was set out to be one-to-one, local events. People I would do once a month, gatherings, drink events in my boutique or outside of my boutique, and I'll talk about my new collection. But subtly, it wouldn't be salesy. It wouldn't be, people would automatically, naturally will turn and become your customer.
So
If
that's
you're
what it
offering,
means.
if you're in the room full of women who are your buyers, your target audience, they will automatically create that relationship with you as the brand, because I am my brand.
Yeah.
They will automatically either come and shop with you, or will know who in their circle of people would shop from me. Because you create that attachment, they will always recommend you to others. So it's very important. The networking, intentional networking, is one of the biggest positive thing you can do for your business if you want to set up, because you can just ask them what they want and create that and sell out.
Wow, that's great. So you mentioned a little bit about, we have still a few minutes left to our interview, but you've mentioned before how you learn to write the emails effectively, and what is effective communication with your customers to you? What does that mean? Apart from writing emails, is there any other ways that we tend to communicate?
Okay, there are different type of people. Some people like to, you've got to I don't know how I can explain this, but you've got to know different type of people. You have to increase your skill of assumption of other people's, what they want and how they would like to be served. There are some clients, they just want to know the price. They don't want to be talking the fluff and what they're gonna get, what's the benefits behind. They just want to know how much it is, and then I'll tell them. And some people not interested in the price, they are interested in benefit. So you've got to understand, yes, sometimes if you have never met those people, you can still understand from the way they write to you the email. So one thing people are interested in your business, don't care what you're selling, product, service, coaching, clothes, whatever, lamps, sofa, they are interested in what can you do for them. If they contacted you to your business and interested in how, you have to give them the information how you can help them. And that doesn't mean you have to work with everyone who comes to you. You've got to be picky. You can't work with everyone. You've got to, I interview my coaching clients, and we have these discovery call before to actually find out if we can mutually agree that we can work. Will I be able to help, or will she be able to accept my coaching? Is she coachable? Because I've had a couple of calls with in the 2 months ago with these ladies. They were not ready. I could see that they were not ready. They weren't ready and accepting of my coaching. It's very important to be coachable and say, I'll give you an example. Only this morning, my son said, "Mummy, did you sew that?" It's like tadpoles in our wheelbarrow in the garden. Apparently, I didn't see them. And I just said, "Did you see them?" "Oh, did you see them, Mummy?" He corrected himself. So that child is willing to improve. He's ready to learn and better himself. So be like a 3-year-old. If you're in business, be prepared to receive critiques from professionals. And if there are coaches out there trying to help you with your confidence, accept that you don't have it. If you don't have confidence, you don't have confidence. But there is way to learn. There are people they have height fears, but they become pilots and they get over that because their coaches help them do that. I've never seen any sportsman without a coach.
Yeah,
There is always a coach helping them. And there is teachers. Teachers are actually coaches of students. They help them to educate. So we need coaches in all parts of our lives. And don't think as you're giving money. Think bigger. Just open your mind. Don't think of you're paying someone to to their knowledge. You're paying someone to improve you as a person. If
it's
you
mind-blowing to think of that. Mind-blowing.
just change your perspective, you're going to hire someone to help you be a better version of yourself. So what I do when I coach people, I've noticed a lot of us don't actually know what we don't know. And we hire wrong coaching programs. There is no bad coach. We just hired the wrong coach. Okay, we buy the wrong program. We get onto the wrong workshop. I don't know how many of you've been to a workshop that you felt like you wasted your time. It's not because that coaching was bad. I think it was because it wasn't right for you. And when you know what you need, that's very powerful. It's very powerful.
Yes, yes. We all need that advice. So do you, I know we are coming to a close, and I think you have a gift in mind for our audience.
I am happy to, if any of your listeners would like to have a discovery call with me to find at least one problem in their business that they need help with. If they're ready to ask that question, I'm happy to help them. I'll give 30 minutes of free coaching for any of your listeners and your readers and your magazine. I will be willing. Just get the question and I'll answer it for you.
Fabulous. Thank you, Elif, for your time, for your wonderful wisdom, and for amazing generosity of giving your time, because that's our most precious asset. And you are giving your time to our audience. So thank you so much for coming on. and speaking.
Thank you, Edith. Been
Thank
great
you.
to be here. Thank you.